What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I want to thank you for joining me today on the Off Topic Show with Big Woo and friends. I'm glad you could join me. It's something like a party sometimes, but it ain't a party. Sports Talk Radio, or whatever you want to talk about, you just call me up. 704-674-8089, and we can talk about it. So we got our own show. I hate drinking by myself, so I hope you are joining me, and I want you to grab your favorite adult beverage right now and sip along with your boy while we talk about these Mountaineers and what they are doing to Maryland Terrapins in the first half of that football game. 38 to zip. 38-0. West Virginia is on a rout of the Maryland Terrapins, or the Terps as they would call them. Again, I'd like to thank you for joining me. The Off Topic Radio program. It's your boy, Big Woo. Again, the number to call is 704-674-8089. It is Off Topic with Big Woo and friends. Oh, we got a lot of things to get to today. A lot of stuff going on in the world of sports. Some upsets in college football today. We'll get to that. We're also going to break down the 0-2 teams in the NFL today. We're going to do that. The Panthers needed some help. I'm not the Panthers, but the Panthers are about to destroy New Orleans and make them 0-3, I believe. But we do play the Saints. They need some help. Drew Brees is out. So, sorry about their luck. You know what I mean? Get it together. Next man up, like my Cowboys. Next man up. That's all it is to it. Also, fantasy football. For my fantasy football people, I'm gonna tell you some surprise guys, some picks, some sleeper picks to pick for your fantasy. If you play in the daily, I'm not messing with the people that's in leagues, year-long leagues. You've already picked your team. You already made your mistake. But I can tell you some people that you might need to pick up in the free agent pool. Particularly, I'm speaking to the people that are in my off-topic fantasy football league that I am also 2-0 in, kicking booty like I always do about this time. But yeah, this is for DraftKings or FanDuel people that play in the daily fantasy football. I'm gonna give you some sleeper picks, and we're gonna go over my picks, see what you think. If I should make some changes, my opinion is is the best opinion, so I don't care what your opinion is, really. But if you want to give me your opinion, you can Facebook me, or you can call the show, 704-674-8089. Right now, we want to give you some scores from around the NCAA college football today. Well, let's just start off. Like I said, West Virginia is trouncing Maryland by a score of 38-0. Baylor 42-10 over Rice. Ohio State winning their game 24-6. Western WMU, whoever they are. Exactly. Who cares? No one. Texas is up 3 on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is ranked 24th in the country. UMass and Notre Dame all tied up in the second quarter, 20-20. Wow. Notre Dame is 6th ranked in the country. UMass is not ranked at all. Alabama, 14-0 over ULM. Okay, whoever they are, who cares? That's the thing about college football in the first 3 games. Like for instance, West Virginia looks like world beaters right now over Maryland, and they've looked like world beaters the past 3 weeks, including this week. Can they keep that up? They haven't played any conference games yet. It's a tough conference. That Big 12 conference is a tough conference. So hopefully, when they get to the tougher games, I know they're going to be tougher, but they look like they can win. I'll go down their schedule and see what games West Virginia has coming up that are tough, because they did the same thing last year. We're in their first 3 games, first 4 games, or whatever it was, against the Sisters of the Poor, playing nobody, even though Maryland shouldn't be, they're strong recruiting school, so they should be able to get some good players out there from time to time, but not this year. West Virginia is putting it on them in a way that is just brutal. It's just brutal, just to be honest with you. Anyway, number three team in the country, TCU, is all tied up with Texas Tech. Some key games coming on later on tonight would be one that I'm looking at. Comes on at 8 o'clock. Is Arizona and UCLA. Now, those are games that should be going on like that right now. There are 2 ranked teams. UCLA ranked 9th. Arizona ranked 16th. They're both coming into the game with 3-0 record. This game is going to be played on ABC. Good game. The Notre Dame game is on national TV as well. But at first, I thought, why would they be on TV playing UMass? Because UMass is trizash. They're garbage. But they're proving me wrong, because they are tied right now with Notre Dame. The almighty Notre Dame is tied with UMass. Unbelievable. Some games coming on. Oregon and Utah coming on at 8:30. 13th ranked team and an 18th ranked team. Oregon's ranked 13th. Oregon, I think coming in, they were one of the favorites to be in the playoffs, the college playoffs. But obviously, as you know, they've lost a game already. Oregon is not going to get any respect for losing a game. I don't think they're going to make it to the playoffs. There's going to be too many teams that go ahead of them, because they're one of those schools that if they win all their games, then they're great. But as soon as they lose one, they're like, oh, they weren't that good anyway. That's what the experts say. Duke is all over Georgia Tech. Oh, hey, it's over. That game is over. Duke upsets Georgia Tech 34-20. And Georgia, it's not, man. Why do Georgia play so many cupcakes? even including South Carolina, they're a cupcake too. We just didn't know how big of a cupcake they were. But they're all over SOU. Okay. I think another upset could be made tonight. It's a late game, 10:30. USC takes on Arizona State, and both these teams are 2-1. But I think USC is going to get beat. They had a terrible game last week, and they're going to get beat. Arizona State is no joke. Anyway, there's your scores for what's going on in college football today at the moment, and games that are coming up later. Also, we're doing sports facts. What I like to call what the facts. It's just a thing I like to do. Well, I'll be doing it for the first time here, but at the beautiful Van Mar Studios outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. What the facts is wacky sports facts and things of that nature. Stats that are really irrelevant, but mostly facts that you probably hadn't heard of or didn't know about. For instance, it takes 3,000 cows to supply the NFL with enough leather for a year's supply of footballs. Didn't know that. I don't really care, but I didn't know that. I wonder why the PETA people aren't outraged by this. It seemed like they'd be upset that the NFL uses 3,000 cows to make footballs. Here's another one. Shaquille O'Neal wears size 22 shoes. He used to put a brand new pair of shoes on every game. I think most players do that. Anyway, but yeah, Shaquille O'Neal, size 22 shoe. Anyway, we also have a come look at this. Somebody come look at this segment that we'll be doing for you today. I seen something that was in the world of MMA wrestling or fighting. MMA fighter did something real stupid. If you was on ESPN.com, you saw the video. That's my come look at this for today. But right now, have you seen? You can call up and talk about it and see what you think. But I seen a video, a college video, that was a real tearjerker, to say the least. I mean, I think the older I get, the more crying I do. And I know it sounds weird, but I think I'm more sensitive. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm more sensitive. It's easy to pull at my heartstrings when you get older. But this thing that they've been doing in college is called scholarship surprises. There's these walk-ons that people walk on. They go to college and they walk on to the football team, basketball team, baseball team, whatever team, because they didn't get a scholarship, they didn't get recruited in high school or whatever. So they become walk-ons for these different colleges or these different colleges, particularly the football teams is what they were showing. And it's a real tearjerker, dude. I mean, you gotta see the video. You can go to ESPN and go to NCAA football and just scroll down and you'll see the video. Says scholarship surprises. The video is like 4 minutes and 8 seconds long. But buddy, after you see how hard these guys work to just make the team, and here's something I didn't know either. I didn't know J.J. Watt, the defensive end for the Houston Texans, was a walk-on at his college. He didn't even have a scholarship. He didn't even get recruited. But this guy's like the best defender in the NFL right now. Defensive end, anyway. I had no idea he was a walk-on. But then I seen this video. He was on there talking about them, the other walk-ons that got surprise scholarships, and I think he went out to different schools and stuff to talk to or to hang out with these college scholarship recipients. So I thought that was a really cool thing. So check out that video. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it's inspiring. Makes you proud to know that people out there, little kids out there, have such a work ethic to be on their favorite college football team. A lot of them lived in the state where that college was, or lived close to the college that they were trying out for. One guy took him 2 years to make the team. Yeah, he came back every year to try to make the team. It took him 2 years, and he finally got a scholarship. Buddy, this video will make you cry. There's no other way to say it, but it's a real tearjerker. So, with that being said, I'd like to know what you think about these surprise scholarships. If you watched the video, or were you inspired by it? Did you want to automatically go and work out or go try out for the Carolina Panthers or something? That's what made me want to do. I wanted to go try out for the Carolina Panthers and be a kicker or something, a punter, just to make a team to be a punter would be great. I can't punt that good. I used to be pretty good at punting, but now I can't lift my leg past my waist. Well, most people my age can't do that anyway, so whatever. So, yeah, let me get your opinion. I want your opinion about the scholarship surprises, surprise scholarships for kids. I think it's an awesome thing myself. So give me a call, 704-674-8089. Facebook me. I hope you all downloaded the app, the Big Woo Radio app. It makes it a lot easier to listen to the show, because you just push on the button and you're there. You're listening to the show. Some of you that listen to the show or have the app know how easy it is. And the people that do have the app and you're listening to the show, I applaud you. Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, come on, you guys, come on. But anyway, thank you for downloading the app, because you probably had to make space on your phone and delete some pictures and things like that. So I appreciate you doing that. I really do. For you that don't have the app already, come on, man. Boo. We don't like you. You need to get it together. Get the Big Woo Radio app. Download it for your phone. I'm sorry to folks that have the iPhone. We're not capable for the iPhone just yet. We're not that big. But I have an Android, so I had to keep my Android people in mind, including myself. Even my wife, she can't download the app. I don't think she would care to anyway, because I just talk about sports and she don't really care. You know, what can you do? She got her thing and I got mine. Speaking of, hey baby, I know she's listening. I hope she's listening. I doubt if she's listening. But hey baby, she left me today or yesterday and went to the beach. Must be nice. You be able to just go to the beach whenever you want to. That's the way she got it. I don't have it like that. I wish I did. But anyway, if it's something y'all want to talk about, in particular, if it's not even sports, you want to talk about anything, I'm here for you. I am here for you. But right now, I think I got all my college talk out the way. If you want to talk about college, you got a particular team that you want to talk about, I'll be glad to talk about that with you. But if you don't, let us move on. We're going to break down the fantasy football. All right, this is my lineup. Pardon me while I sip my beverage. My lineup for Sunday. Well, my sleeper. This is going to be my sleeper. And he's probably not much of a sleeper, but TJ Yeldon. I know they're playing the New England Patriots. And I know they're going to be airing the ball out. Probably because they're going to be down by a lot. But I don't think that's going to be the case. That's what the experts would tell you. That New England is going to jump out to a however many insurmountable lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I don't think the Jaguars are as bad as people think. Okay? Jaguars are leading their division. Yeah, the Jaguars are leading their division. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So I think they're going to give New England all they can handle with the running game. They're going to pound that running game, and New England's defense is not that equipped to stop the running game. If TJ Yeldon can get 75 yards and a touchdown, I'd be happy. I would. I'd be happy. But at the same time, I think Deion Lewis, running back for New England, is going to have a great game too. They're going to try to keep this ball on the ground. Ground and pound, especially Jacksonville. They don't want the ball in Tom Brady's hands. Now, are they going to be successful in keeping the ball out of Tom Brady's hands? No. He's going to get his. Tom Brady's going to get his. And that's why I have Tom Brady in another league, but on another game. This is my FanDuel. Derek Carr, quarterback. A lot of you guys that are in the year-long fantasy leagues, if you don't have a good quarterback, go get Derek Carr. He's out there in free agent pool. I went and picked him up yesterday. He might not be out there now, but he was out there before. Now, in the off-topic league, you guys don't get him. You can't get him. I already got him. Took him. You know why? Because I'm smart, and Tony Romo got hurt, so I needed somebody. So, also, Fitzpatrick, he's out there. He's out there waiting to be on somebody's team. So that was my advice to you. So if you're listening, my off-topic fantasy football mates, well, y'all can't get neither one of those quarterbacks because I already took them. But if you're in another league besides the off-topic league, go get them before somebody else pick them up. Derek Carr. Oh my gosh! Did you see? Did you see what he done last week? I know you saw it. You had to. I'm gonna tell you. I think he threw for like 300 something yards. At least it was 300 something. 3 touchdowns. And I'll tell you exactly in 1 second. Give me a minute, and I'll tell you exactly what his numbers were. Yeah, here we go. Against Baltimore, he threw the ball 46 times. He threw the ball 46 times, and completed 30 passes on 46 attempts, 3 touchdowns, 351 yards, 2 carries for 23 yards, 27 fantasy points. And you say, hey, can he keep that up? Is he going to be consistent? Derek Carr is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. And he's got the real deal receiver to go with him, Amari Cooper out of Alabama. So, yeah. Is he going to get 27 points? He might get more than 27 points. The experts seem to think he's only going to get 15. We'll see. The only reason the first game he didn't go off is because he got hurt, or he got a little dinged up. But he came back in that second game against Baltimore and did those kind of numbers. Now I know Baltimore. We've already discussed this. Baltimore doesn't have the defense that they had before. That they're not the Lewis. They don't have Lewis. They don't have. I don't know why I can't think of the boy's name right now. But he got hurt too. The main guy. I'll think of it in a minute. But he's hurt. Their defense is in trouble, no doubt about it. But I just still believe that Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders are a different team. Can one guy, two guys make that big of a difference in a team that was just terrible over the years? Yes. Yes, they can. When you got a quarterback and throw the ball down the field, you got a wide receiver that can get down the field, and a defense that can stop somebody from time when they need to be stopped. Now they gave up a lot of points to Baltimore, but when it was time to get a stop, they got to stop. So as long as your offense can put up numbers like that, you always got a chance. Always. You're going to be a different team when you can open the field up. When you can get that ball down the field, you're doing stuff. You're doing some things. All right, so that's my lineup. Oh, well, actually, here's the entire lineup, the complete lineup that I have for this particular team. Derek Carr, Dion Lewis, T.J. Yeldon, Larry Fitzgerald, Terrence Williams, the Dallas Cowboys, because Terrence Williams is all we got. We got. Terrence Williams. It's me and you, bro. You got to make some noise. Dez is out. Romo out. Witten banged up. Terrence Williams, it's up to you. It's up to you to get it done. If you don't get it done, then you have to deal with me. Because I will come to Dallas and put a fire under you. You feel me? But I also got Antonio Brown. He's been just ridiculous this season so far. It's just 2 games in, but he's been ridiculous. Rob Gronkowski, he's been ridiculous. Ridiculously good is when I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculously good. Greg Zuerlein, he can kick a field goal from 70 yards out, man. So if I was St. Louis, whenever I got in range for this dude, if it's 4th down and 10, we got 50 yards to go to a touchdown, bringing in Zuerlein, and I'm going to get 3 points. There's no reason that the St. Louis Rams don't score at least 3 points every time they have the ball when you got a kicker that can kick it 70 yards. A 50-yard field goal is a chip shot for this dude. Don't know how accurate he is, but I know he can kick it a long way. So far this year, he's 3 for 3 on field goals and 5 for 5 on extra points. He connected on a 52-yard field goal attempt against Washington, which the dummies lost that game. But, like I said, I don't know how you lose to Washington. You got Zuerlein kicking from anywhere. Don't make sense to me. But, if I was coach, it would be different. It would definitely be different. Now, this year, Zuerlein, you know what? I could probably get somebody else besides Zuerlein because St. Louis is not going to do right. Let's go see who else is out here at the kicker position. I could probably get, let's see, Greg Zuerlein is $4,800. Right now, don't get me wrong. I don't make the mistake that I'm paying $4,800 to play fantasy football. Okay, that's not how it works. If you don't know how FanDuel and DraftKings work, I don't have time to explain that to you. My show is just an hour, and I'm already 30 minutes in. So I'm going to change my pick from Zuerlein, even though I think he's going to kick a lot of field goals, but I know who is going to kick a lot of field goals, and that is the Panthers kicker, Graham Gano. Graham Gano is $4,700. So let's put him in there instead of Zuerlein. Because for some reason the Panthers, they just get down the red zone. They can't score touchdowns. With Kelvin Benjamin being out, the Panthers are going to probably kick a lot of field goals. If they get anywhere between I think 10 yards out, the Panthers will score. They'll just give it to Cam and let Cam do what he do. Cam. Oh, Cam. Superman Cam. So, yeah, we're going with Graham Gano. And that leaves me with $400 extra remaining on my salary cap. So, let's look down through here and see who we can upgrade. We don't need to really upgrade nobody. I think I'm going to go away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense against Houston. I don't like that. I got Tampa Bay's defense. Might be a bad move for me. So, let's go look and see who we can get. We got $4,500. The Jets. The Jets are $4,500. The Buffalo Bills are $4,500. Buffalo Bills gave up so many points to New England, though. I don't know if I trust them. But Miami is not New England. The Jets' defense is really good, and Sam Bradford looks really bad. But at some point, the team's got to turn it around, right? I'm going with the Jets defense because I don't think this is the time that Philadelphia's going to turn it around. I don't think they're going to do it. So there we have it. My lineup is complete for this particular team. I have Derek Carr, Deion Lewis, T.J. Yeldon, Larry Fitzgerald, Terrence Williams, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Graham Gano, and the New York Football Jets as my defense. So, once I win, I'll be $25,000 richer. Don't hate me, hate the game. Okay? Don't hate the player, hate the game. So, before I get into breaking down the 0-2 teams in the NFL, I'm going to take what we call in the business a commercial break. For the commercial is going to be for on-site detailing. We've talked about them before. You know who they are. On-site detailing. My man Shannon Coleman. Look, y'all, I'm gonna tell you like this. Shannon is a cool dude. On-site detailing is a professional detail shop. But he'll go where you are. He'll come to you. Where are you? Where you at, people? Shannon will come to you. Wash your car for you. But he don't just wash the car. It's a full car wash. Full detail. buff, wax, shampoo. He does fleet washing too. You got a fleet of cars? Got a fleet of vans, trucks? He'll wash them. And do a perfect job. Perfect. Go to his Facebook page. Better yet, go to his website. OnSiteDetailing.com. That's OnSiteDetailing.com. Site, S-I-T-E. Detailing.com. O-N-S-I-Te. DETAILING.com. On-site detailing. Call them up. 704-214-4506. That's 704-214-4506. Cool guy. Great company. Great work. I don't know what else to tell you about it other than call him up and tell him Big Woo sent you. Say, hey man, I was listening to the Off Topic Show with Big Woo and friends. Corey Big Woo Woods, he'll know who you talking about. He said you do a great job out here. Just let him know that I told you. And believe me, you'll be glad you did. On-site detailing. Shannon Coleman. All right, let's get into the NFL and the 0-2 teams. Let's break them down to see who's in trouble and who might get out of this jam. All right, first we're going to start with, let's go right here to the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens. 0-2. What do they got to do? What do they got to do to right this thing? Because the Ravens, I'm sure they didn't expect to start out 0-2. But I'm sure they didn't plan on losing Terrell Suggs either. The first game of the season. I hope they weren't just hanging their hat on the defense like the defense was going to be all that. Was going to save their season. Because the offense looked like they percolating. You know what I mean? They got it going on. They put up, I think they were averaging 30. Let's see. They're averaging, they've scored, they're averaging like 25, 26 points a game. But they're giving up almost 30 points a game. So if you're giving up more, you're not going to make it. If you're giving up more than you're getting, you're not going to make it. I think they're going to be better. I think they're going to get better because the two losses that they had were on the road. You don't like to make excuses for teams, but I mean, the second game they traveled to the West Coast all the way from Baltimore, from the East Coast. So it's not easy to win on the road, especially when you're going from West Coast to East Coast to West Coast, whichever way. But, and then, they opened the season up against Peyton Manning. It was a good game, close game, it was a tight game. But you're not gonna beat Peyton Manning that often. I don't care if they talk about how Peyton Manning might be washed up and old or whatever. He gonna show you something. But yeah, they had it tough. They had to go to Denver, then to Oakland. And they got a tough game coming up against Cincinnati. That's not going to be a cakewalk. But they'll be at home. And I'm taking them to turn it around. Be 1-2 at home. After that, they got the Steelers. They're at the Steelers. Their first the first 3 out of 4 games on the road. Man, how did they get this schedule? Actually, the first then they play one more game at home against the Browns. They'll win that. So I'm thinking they'll be 2-3 by then. So they'll be able to turn it around. Then they go to San Francisco. That's going to be a loss. Chargers at home, they can take that. Jaguars at home, Rams at home. They got 3 straight games at home. I think they're going to win all 3 of those games. Then they at the Browns, they can win that. At the Dolphins, they'll probably lose that. At home with the Seahawks, they'll lose that. No, well, we'll have to see by then by what the Seahawks are, because they're another one. They're another team that needs to. Are they contenders or are they pretenders? Pretenders or contenders? I think the Seahawks are. They might be gonna hit the wall. That's just my opinion. I think they've hit the wall. So yeah, the Ravens can turn around. Will they turn around enough to make the playoffs? I don't know. I don't think so. Cincinnati 2-0. Cleveland 1-1. Pittsburgh 1-1. Baltimore 0-2. So yeah, could they? I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year. Baltimore. They can make it look decent. Give a nice run at it. According to the schedule, going by the schedule, they can give it a nice run. But I'm thinking Baltimore. I'm looking at Baltimore being 8-8. Yeah, 8-8 Baltimore for you. So good luck. All right, the next team, Houston Texans. Oh boy, their offense is bad. They have no quarterback. They got the Buccaneers, Falcons, Colts, Jags, Dolphins, Titans, Bengals, Jets. Just from this schedule, the way the schedule looks, 7-9 for the Houston Texans. I don't even know what to say about them. There's really nothing to say about them. Their one bright spot is J.J. Watt. That's it. J.J. Watt. That's all they got. J.J. Watt. And then Indianapolis Colts 0-2. It's hard to tell what the Colts are going to do. I mean, you would think, like I thought last week, hey, you got Luck. You got Andrew Luck. You got a chance. They're just having a tough time at it. I think if they weren't getting beat so bad, I would say they can be better. But they're getting beat pretty bad. The Jets beat them 20-7. The Bills beat them 27-14. I mean, and you lose by a touchdown in the NFL, especially it depends on who you're losing to. But you're losing to Buffalo Bills. You gave Buffalo Bills 27 points, which the Buffalo Bills put up their past 2 games. They've put up some high scores. 27 this game, I think 30 against New England in the 30s. But looking at Indianapolis' schedule, I'm thinking they can turn this thing around. It's pretty doable. Got the Titans. Come on, that should be a cakewalk. Jaguars, you would think a cakewalk, but I don't know. The Jaguars may have their number this year. The Texans, they should beat the Texans. Patriots, they're going to lose to the Patriots. They should beat the Saints. They'll lose to the Panthers. They'll lose to the Broncos. They'll lose to the Falcons. They're going to go on a nice long losing streak here. So, yeah, I'm thinking if they get 8-8, I'm thinking 6-10 for the Colts. 6-10. That's going to be their first losing season since Luck came to the team. But I think they're going to have a losing season this year. 6-10. 7-9 at best. No playoffs this year for the Colts. That's the way I see it. You know? Now after the other, let's see who else we got. 0-2. Philadelphia Eagles. You know how I feel about the Philadelphia Eagles, so I'll just skip that division. But yeah, they won't turn it around. They made some huge mistakes. But Sam Bradford was probably the biggest mistake they made, was signing Sam Bradford. Stupid. Philadelphia Eagles management and coach. Stupid. Absolutely dumbfounded by the decisions they made. I know there's Philadelphia fans out there. If you disagree, you know the number to the show, 704-674-8089. You can email me, bigwoораdio@gmail.com. You can also Facebook me. It's facebook.com Off Topic Radio Show on Facebook. Hit me up on Corey Woods on Facebook. That's my personal Facebook. The one I use the most. And go follow me on Twitter. Don't tweet as much as some people, but I'm on there. Tweet me. Tweedledee, 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 doo-doo-doo. Rocking all day long. Whatever. And no, I'm not drunk. I'm just having a sip or two. I hope you're having a sip or two with me. Okay, let's move on down to the Detroit Lions. This is a team that you think they would be better. How are you not good, Detroit Lions? Matthew Stafford, your quarterback. You got, he's decent. I mean, he's good, actually. He's really good. The past 2 years, I think he put up 4,000 passing yards. You got Calvin Johnson. At one time was thought to be the best wide receiver in the league. Still one of the top 2, 3 in the league. I mean, I think Julio Jones is up there now, but Calvin Johnson was with Dez Bryant, Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones. I mean, you got that's the kind of receiver you got, Detroit. You got one of the top, if not the best receiver in the league. You're 0-2. You're 0-2. Are you serious? Defense is decent. Not as good as it was, obviously. You let Ndamukong Suh go. And, Detroit, you get it together. But I said this last week. Detroit will never win anything. Not in football. Detroit Lions will never. I don't think in our lifetime, my lifetime, that Detroit will win a Super Bowl. I don't even think they'll make it to one. It's going to be tough for them anyway because they're in there with the Green Bay Packers. They're in the same division with the Packers. It's Packers 2-0, leading the division. Minnesota Vikings are second at 1-1. Detroit Lions are third, but actually it's tied for last with the Chicago Bears, who is another team that is just unbelievable. How can you be this bad? And then you get John Fox as your coach, like he's going to save the day. John Fox went to the Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers, and that really just opened up the doors for him. Even though it was a fluke that he made it there with the Panthers, that team was just resilient that year. They were just a resilient team. It didn't have nothing to do with John Fox. Nothing. Jake Delhomme was was a lucky quarterback. I mean, anybody that watched any of the games that year that they went to the Super Bowl know that Jake Delhomme just threw the ball in Steve Smith's direction, and that boy went and got it. That's what happened. You throw the ball up, throw it in the area, the vicinity of Steve Smith, Sr., and he's going to go get it. And that's what he done pretty much all year, and especially in the playoffs that year when they beat Philly. They beat the Rams. Rams were a powerhouse that year. They were looking for them to go back to the Super Bowl to play the Patriots. But nope. The Panthers was like, nah, we the Cardiac Cats, dog. You can forget about it. We might make it close, and we might win ugly, but we the Cardiac Cats. We are a resilient football team, and they were. They were. It was an amazing run. Nobody thought they would make it to the Super Bowl. No one. Because they won too close. The games were too close. It's like, oh, no. It was just a matter of one way or the other. I don't think they won a game by more than 7 points that year. Which the following year or 2 years, I forget what year it was. It was the year before that. I think they won 2 or 3 games, but all the losses were 7 points or less. Most of them were 3 points or less. And they just didn't have things go their way that year. But the year they went to the Super Bowl, things fell their way, opposed to things happening that went against them. Unlucky breaks. They got the lucky breaks that they needed. And then when it came playoff time, they would just smack you in the mouth and win the game. Breaking your heart. When you thought you had the game in control, then here comes the Carolina Panthers, the Cardiac Cats, doing their thing. All right, speaking of the Cardiac Cats, New Orleans Saints 0-2. They coming into Carolina this Sunday, tomorrow. Without Drew Brees, I'm sure he'll be there on the sidelines cheering his team on. But he won't be cheering them on to victory. They will be losers. They will fall to 0-3. And there's no relief in sight. Because, yeah, they're just bad. They're just a bad football team right now. And I don't think the defense is going to be able to stand up to anyone. So take that, Nolans, Reggie Reg. And last but not least, the Seattle Seahawks are 0-2. Now, they've been here before. So they don't like it, but they've been here before. And I believe they're going to be doomed. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to look like their old selves. I know they got Cam Chancellor back. He came off his holdout, which was a dumb holdout anyway. You can't win a holdout. You just got a new deal. Now you holding out after a year of your new deal, and you want another new deal? Come on, dog. That's one of those, come on, man. Can't do that. Can't do it, sir. You just gotta play the game, man. You know, if you're gonna worry about getting hurt, and you should have made a better deal before. You know, after that Super Bowl, you should have been like, hey, you only got this thing because of me. So, but you ain't do that. You seen somebody else get some money, now you're like, oh man, I should have got that much. You should have been thinking. Gotta be quick on your feet. their Cam Chancellor. But yeah, the Seahawks are 0-2. I'm gonna run down their schedule right quick. But I know for a fact they're gonna lose to my Cowboys on November 1st. They come into our house. We went and whooped them in their house last year. Sleepless in Seattle. Boy, yeah, I bet they are sleepless. They picked up Jimmy Graham. They thought that was going to be it. That's going to get over the hump, win this Super Bowl. You should have a back-to-back. You should have back-to-back Super Bowls. I'm glad you don't have back-to-back Super Bowls, but I would have much rather Seattle have a back-to-back Super Bowl than in New England to have any more Super Bowls at all. 0. As far as I care. But let me tell you this. Seattle is playing. Oh, yeah. They got the Panthers, too. They got the Bears. I think they'll get their first win at home against the Bears. They should anyway. Then they at home against the Lions. That might make them 2-2. Then people will be like, "Oh, they're so great. They're back. The Seattle Seahawks are back. They had a stumble against the Rams and the Packers, but they're back now." Because you're going to the Bengals then. You're going to the Bengals. Bengals going to whoop that. You know. Then you're at home to the Panthers. Panthers don't really like to play out there. I can tell. So every time they go out there and play, they just end up just running out of gas. Game will be close. Then they'll run out of gas. Right when it matters. Second half. About halfway through the second half. Panthers seem to run out of gas in Seattle. I want the Panthers to win. I want them to win. But history tells us that in Seattle, Panthers aren't good. Panthers are not good in Seattle. They play them a lot tougher when they're at home playing them. But in Seattle, it's just not good. Then after the Panthers, they got the 49ers. They at the 49ers. I don't think the 49ers are that good this year. They have moments where they're great, or they seem to be great. But they're not. They're pretenders. Take that, Thalia Holmes. Your 49ers are pretenders. They're not good. Then they got the Steelers, Vikings, at the Ravens, home to the Browns, home to the Rams, then at the Cardinals to end the season. And I think that will end their season. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. It's going to be Arizona's division. Arizona will take this division. St. Louis, maybe right there under St. It's going to be between St. Louis and Arizona, which is a flip of what normally happens. It's normally between Seattle and San Francisco, but you know, every team has to have their downslide. San Francisco and Seattle been up for a while. It's time to go down the slide. Let Arizona get some of this, which I don't care, because Arizona they get in the playoffs. They're not gonna do anything anyway, so they don't scare me at all. You know, but we're at an hour now of the show. It's been great being with you guys. I hope you've been listening. I hope you like the show, enjoy the show. Please go to my Facebook, facebook.com/J off-topic radio show. Go and like it. Make sure you download the Big Woo app, Big Woo radio app. You'll be glad you did. We can chat. We can comment on each other's stuff. So cool. Love Facebook. I'm able to reach out to friends and family. And that's always nice, right? And again, it was just me, your boy, Big Woo Radio, all by myself, all by my lonely, drinking a beverage, and the show didn't cut off this time. Played all the way through. Spreaker must have heard my complaints. If they didn't, I was going to have to drop the bomb on these fools. You know what I'm saying? But get up with me tomorrow, 5 o'clock. My Cowboys are playing at 1 o'clock. The Panthers are at 1 o'clock. Maybe I can get some of y'all to call me. We'll talk about what's going on in the world of NFL. Before I go, I want to tell you about the come look at this moment. There's a video with this guy in the MMA. He did a backflip off the octagon and flipped right into the camera lady. It was a camera lady because the camera fell and you could see her, and she was laying on the ground, and it was pretty funny. But that's to come look at this. I'll give you one more fact before we go. This is a good one. The average lifespan of a Major League Baseball is 5 pitches. And you don't use that baseball anymore. 5 pitches. Thanks for joining me.